What is going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, God's favorite host, the host with the moist, back again here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel with another Baltimore Orioles video for your viewing pleasure. It's that time to talk about the birds of Baltimore, the baby birds, as their season progresses, and it's already looking like it's over. Now, if you look at the title of this video, it is pretty ominous, but I'm going to break down what it all means and why there still should be some optimism in Birdland. First and foremost, if you're watching this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Smash that like button and hit that bell for all notifications to know when we're live. We just dropped episode 345 of the flagship podcast, The Flex Zone, last night. Talked about everything from the Lakers to the NBA Finals as well. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Orioles season. What do you think about these injuries, some of these call-ups, and some of these big announcements that could be coming with some other prospects on the way to Baltimore, as well as Adley Rutschman in his early season struggles. It's been a while, guys, since I've been with you here on the channel to do a Baltimore Orioles video. The Orioles certainly currently stand, at 23 and 33, heading into a two-game series tonight against the Cubs. Actually, are coming to Camden Yards, so a nice interleague series. A team that rarely comes to Baltimore, the Chicago Cubs, and all of their historic lineage and history and their legacy, traveling to Camden Yards. They have a record of 23 and 32, so they're both teams are essentially evenly matched, as you can say. But less than a week ago, about a week and a half ago, the Orioles looked like they were turning a corner. They had big wins off of road trips in New York, won the series in Boston, that five-game series. They were coming back home for a nice homestand against some sub 500 teams. And it was Adley Rutschman's first full homestand as a big leaguer. Grayson Rodriguez was tearing things up in AAA, and it looks like he was a couple days, most likely less than a few weeks away from being here at the show on the big league roster. He was dominating AAA, and it looks like he would have been up here probably by the end of this homestand or the next time the Orioles went back on the road. He would have probably been with this team, much like we saw with Adley Rutschman. He would have been up here with his boy. Now, after a miserable week, the game of baseball has highs and it has lows, and this has been a low week for the Orioles. 2 days ago, it was news that came out. Grayson Rodriguez diagnosed with a grade 2 lat strain, forced him out of last Wednesday's start at Norfolk. General manager Mike Wolf Elias, told reporters he expects the injury to sideline Rodriguez for around 3 months, which will put him at September, which basically means we probably won't see him again until 2023. So all the Orioles fans out there waiting with bated breath for their best pitching prospect in all of baseball, one of the best pitching prospects in the last few years, according to those that know the game and watch and study the game at every level, probably won't see him until 2023 here in Birdland, which is a bummer and which sucks. Now, they have recently, like I said, promoted Adley Rutschman, number one prospect in baseball. We talked about him at nauseum with our last video about him getting called up. He went 0 for 4 in Sunday's loss to the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians, I'm still getting used to saying that, and is now batting a meager 137 with a 424 OPS in only 13 games. So don't panic, O's fans. Don't panic, Flex Zone family. It's only been 13 games, small sample size. He's got a long way to go before we can start getting a little worried or a little flustered about his performance. He hasn't hit one home run, nor does he have at least one RBI, which I thought by now he would have in 13 games, in my opinion. Just me. I just think he's that good. Now, 13 games is a small sample size in the midst of 162, obviously, but it's not good to see a number one prospect struggling like he is at the plate. Now, the homestand so far, they've been 2 and 4, losing, like I said, to the Mariners and to the Guardians with a two-game series against the Cubs. Now, if they win both games against the Cubs, they can have a 500 homestand on this 8-game homestand as well. Now, it looks like we got some good news because call-ups gotta start low and high, as my brother Cravante would say. Call-ups, baby. Jordan Westburg and Gunnar Henderson, the Orioles infield, the future infield, their future shortstop, their future third baseman, have been called up less than 24 hours ago. As I said, last man, Adley Rutschman struggling, Grayson Rodriguez injured, team not playing well after a good week. Gunnar Henderson and Jordan Westburg have been promoted to AAA and will make their debuts tonight. Westburg, who was 23 years old, and Henderson, who was about to turn 21, started the 2021 season with Lower Delmarva Shorebirds and were promoted to Aberdeen, then Bowie last year. Westburg was promoted ahead of Henderson by a matter of weeks each time they moved up. These two are best of friends, they're like brothers. Westburg put the better numbers up at each level in 2021 but the script this season was flipped. Westburg got off to a slow start, but it picked up since April. Henderson, on the other hand, started off hot and is now scorching, and it's been obvious he has been doing his thing in the minors, and there's nothing else for him to prove at the lower levels. It's time for him to be up at the AAA level. And it's a lot of excitement about these two. The two infielders, they'll be at AAA. They have a ton of infielders now on the AAA roster due to Norfolk Tides, but it'll be interesting to see how they fit in and how they will eventually make their mark at the AAA level. And will we see them both by September? Maybe it's September call-ups? I think so. And I think that it's a great time to be excited for the Orioles. You got your future shortstop in Gunnar Henderson, your future third baseman in Jordan Westburg. Kyle Stowers is tearing it up down there. DL Hall is starting to find his niche as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And I also want to get an update on some other Orioles prospects as well for you guys before I get out of here. But as I said, Grayson Rodriguez, lat two, lat two strain out until September. Probably will miss the rest of the season just as a precautionary measure. We'll probably see him next year, 2023. Will he make the roster as the opening day starter, or will he have a short stint in AAA to make sure he's right? Then he'll be up maybe after the first month of the season. Westburg and Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westburg and Gunnar Henderson looks like they're on their way to the majors by the end of this year. Definitely, possibly starting 2023, breaking camp with the Orioles team at shortstop, at third base, solidifying that right side of the infield. Now, like I said, Grayson Rodriguez could be out until September, probably the rest of the season. Mike Elias spoke about that. Now, I wanted to get you guys an update on some other, let me see, other prospects. I was just looking, they're talking about Grayson Rodriguez, but Rutschman enters the game Tuesday, like I said, with the 0 for 17 slump. And he has done a good job, though, behind the plate. The moment doesn't seem too big for him. He's doing a good job calling pitches, doing a good job being engaged with the pitching staff. So I think that is very, very important to not give up on Adley Rushman as well. Now, as I said, Kyle Stowers, he's been doing amazing. And DL Hall, he's been doing amazing as well. And this is what I was actually looking for. Let's see. DL Hall today had 8 strikeouts in his last start through his first 4 innings, and he was fantastic. Kyle Stowers hit 2 home runs in his last outing, and both of them look like they're on their way, probably knocking on the door as well. I think we could see DL Hall, if he continues this pace, by the end of the year in September, along with Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westburg, DL Hall, probably Kyle Stowers as well. Could use some outfield depth because will we see a Anthony Santander traded? He's been playing well. Will we see a Trey Mancini be traded? Yeah, my boy Jorge Mateo here. He's been fantastic. One of the bright spots of the season. One of my favorite Orioles. He plays hard. He plays the game the right way. Overall, highly touted prospect, and he's doing good in my opinion. The Tyler Wells aspect, he's doing good. Keegan Aiken. There are a lot of good things to note about this team. The bullpen has been a pleasant surprise, and I would not give up on this Orioles team yet. Drew Rom, another pitching arm, he is in Bowie. He's looking good. I would love to see him possibly at AAA by the end of the year. So you got some guys that are doing well at the minor league level. Obviously, the minor leagues and the major leagues are two completely different universes, in my opinion. If you just saw the multiverse of madness, two different universes. Because you can be the greatest minor league in history, but you could be trash at the major league level. Now, as I said, the Orioles are only, what are we in, 56 games? So they haven't even played half their games yet. Now, I know the question says the Baltimore season, Orioles season already over. I was not expecting a playoff run. I said between, I think I had them at 62 and 100 losses, right at 100 losses. So if they can win still anywhere from 60 to 70 games, I wouldn't call it a failure because you got guys, as I said, Westburg, Henderson. Hall is on his way. Rodriguez, when he's healthy next year. Rutschman is going to pick it up. You still have some possible trade options to get even more prospects in your minor league system. Your bullpen, some of your pitching hands. Kyle Bradish has looked pretty solid, as well as of late. Speaking of Orioles prospects who have made it to the big leagues, I think Rutschman, as I said, will turn it around. But I think the next series will be very, very important for the Orioles. Let's run down some of these games. 2 game set with the Cubs. Then they go to Kansas City for 4. Then they play the Red Hot Blue Jays for the first time for a 4 game series that will then lead them back here in Camden Yards June 17th, that Friday, for a weekend series with the Rays. Then the I-95 Cup between the Nationals and Orioles commences for 2 games, and then the Orioles go to Chicago to play the White Sox to pretty much end June, and then they go out west to the Mariners again. So I want to see what the rest of June has in store for the Orioles. I want to see Adley Rutschman pick it up. I want to see Kyle Bradish continue doing his thing. I want to see if the bullpen, the Tyler Wells, the Keegan Akins, Lope, some of those guys can continue doing the things that they've been doing in the back end of that bullpen. And I want to see who else gets called up as well. We know about Westburg, we know about Henderson. Kyle Stowers could be knocking on the door. DL Hall could be knocking on the door. I think we'll see those guys possibly after the All-Star break, definitely heading into the latter part of the season. But it's still an early part of the season, small sample size. I would still give Rutschman some time, give him at least till after the All-Star break. Then let's revisit this topic. How is he doing? Has he hit home runs? Is he hitting for average? Is he getting on base? Because he's really good at that. And is he driving in runs? And is he continuing to anchor that pitching rotation of the Orioles? Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about the Baltimore Orioles season. I know most of us here in Birdland did not expect much from them. We just wanted to see how they would play. They play hard. They come from behind. I like Brandon Hyde. Excuse me. I like what Mike Elias is doing. Give these guys time. Be patient. Let's see how the rest of the season shakes out, and let's see what prospects come up here and make a name for themselves. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Please knock that subscribe button out of the park and hit that subscribe button. Hit a home run on that subscribe button. Throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle on that like button. Hit that thumbs up. And of course, slide in safe to that bell and smash it to know when we're live and get notifications for all of our videos. Please, welcome to the Flex Zone family. The ticker down below will tell you how to keep track of us. The Flex Zone 1 on all social media platforms. If you use Cash App, want to donate to the cause, cash tag the Flex Zone 1, the only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. Let me know what other Orioles topics you want me to talk about. Do you want me to dive deeper into the minor leagues, talk about some of the top prospects, break down their games and what I see for them at the major league level? I'll try to come to you guys weekly with at least one Orioles video. We got Ravens content. We got the Flex Zone podcast. As I said, episode 345 was last Monday. God's favorite host, the host with the moist. Getting ready to get out of here. Let me know. We will be back live tomorrow night for game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and Boston Celtics. Live stream and watch along. Myself, Big Raj, Cravante will be here. We might have some special guests as well. Make sure you join us for us. And you'll see me tomorrow morning before the live. I'll do a preview for AEW Dynamite, a big show as they crown a new #1 contender for the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I'm getting ready to get out of here, Orioles fans, Flex On family. Let me know your thoughts on the team. Stay patient, Birdland. Brighter days are ahead. I promise you that. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.